We got some hot mic comments from Fox News people who were there who were laughing about how lax the security was. You know, if you've got a bunker that's got bulletproof glass on it, if it's got a roof that can withstand a drone hit, you got all this kind of stuff. That's not going to help you if you got an event like what Trump is doing if you don't have any kind of really security, which is what they didn't have. And the question is, why do you need all that stuff? And here's an even better one. It's going to be drone proof and all the rest of the stuff because they're worried that with the advance of missile technology, hypersonic missiles and things like that, they won't have enough time to get to a safe place. So they got to have the safe place right there at the White House. Maybe if you stopped attacking people, maybe if we stopped being the most heinous country on earth, the warmongers of earth, we have a bigger military budget we have for decades than all the rest of the countries combined. Maybe if we weren't such an international pariah, maybe you wouldn't have to build yourself bunkers like that. And of course, they don't care about the rest of us. This is why this is not about national security. It's about continuity of government. They want to protect themselves, let the rest of us die. And so, yeah, it's when you look at it, as a matter of fact, and you say, well, you know, the Iranians want to kill Trump. Well, they certainly had the perfect opportunity at this event because as people are laughing about it and how pathetic the security was, the fact is they had the president, the vice president, and the Speaker of the House, number 1, number 2, number 3 in succession, right? This is almost this White House press corps party, whatever it was that was there. This was almost like a joint session of the House, you know, where he gives the State of the Union address. And you got everybody in one spot. They wind up taking one person out of Congress and say, you're going to be the person that is outside. So if the whole building gets nuked, we got one person that's going to be the sole survivor, right? They even did a program about that. There wasn't such a thing with this. They didn't even take that precaution. These are the Fox guys who are laughing about the White House Correspondents' Dinner security.
I love that they have like 2 random chicks holding the front door open.
Two random chicks.
They're not even trying anymore. It's not even like, I just mean like they're not even like Secret Service people. It's like the girls who work here are holding the door. Even if it was the guys, it wouldn't even make it better. It's like she's fucking just like they might as well put a doorstop in. Like, what the they put up a doorstop and a scarecrow. Don't fuck with this guy.
They didn't know they were being recorded. They're laughing about it. Other people are talking about it. And of course, the alleged shooter was talking about it. But now this is evidence that they need a $300 million bunker at the White House for the president. This is so indicative of the kind of so-called defense that we have for this country as well. You look at the Golden Dome, the gilded, wasteful Pentagon anti-missile system that they want to put in. All of it highly centralized, all of it absurdly expensive, all of it highly ineffective. When you look at their security measures, right, they're very much like TSA, really. It's theater. It's theater. It's not even good theater. And if there was a threat, just like we say about the airports all the time, TSA is so bad at stopping threats when they get a test. They fail over 90% of the time. They're so bad at that what that tells you is that there's no threat. And what this tells you is that there is currently no terrorist threat from Iran, even as we are attacking them. I mean, they don't have the ability to reach the United States with ballistic missiles yet. But we are open to a possible terrorist attack. We certainly are open to a false flag terrorist attack. And yet, it didn't happen. It didn't happen when you had the president, the vice president, and the Speaker of the House who would take their place if they were killed, all together in the same room. And they've got a couple of chicks watching the door and opening the door for people. That was their security as these guys are laughing about it. Well, we've got 37 White House ballroom donors. It's going to be privately funded. They're very proud of that. Trump has promised to kick in money, but his name is technically not on the list. And all these corporations that are there, all these technocrats that are there, they haven't listed the amount of money that each of them is going to provide either. And so, the Trump owners, these are the kinds of people who don't pay taxes. By the way, as one person said about what Trump has done with this Trump oil embargo, that's the way I look at it. It's not the OPEC oil embargo, it's the Trump oil embargo. He did all this stuff. High oil prices act like a tax. This is Mr. Tax and Spend Democrat from New York City, Donald Trump. Started out with big taxes, the tariff, and he's at the same time he's out there bragging, well, I'm going to have hundreds of billions of dollars that we're bringing in with these tariffs. And all of his people are saying, yeah, and we're not going to pay any of that as well. That is the fatal stupidity that has always allowed these people to raise taxes. If you think you're going to pay the taxes, you're not going to be supportive of taxes. How do they get Democrats to support taxes? Well, they tell them somebody else is going to pay the taxes. And that's exactly what this Democrat Trump did. He said the foreigners are going to pay these taxes. Corporations are going to pay these taxes. You're not going to pay these taxes. And yet the reality, folks, that we all know is that high oil prices act like a tax themselves. Not even talking about the tariffs that he started out. They drag down household consumption while they boost inflation. That is the net result of these taxes. And his embargo is a tax, just like his tariff was a tax. And so they released a list at the White House, reviewed by Fortune, shows all 37 donors footing the bill for the White House bunker room. That's what we should call it. And it includes some of the nation's largest tech companies. As a matter of fact, I think we should call it the Dirty 30. Here's a sampling. I won't read out all of the names here, but this is the idea of what it looks like. Meta, Apple, Amazon, Google, Lockheed Martin, Microsoft, Comcast, Coinbase, Palantir. You get an idea. These are the people, as a matter of fact, go through some of these, and one of them is like, what are they doing here? And it's like, well, this corporation has... like Union Pacific Railroad. They're hoping to merge with Norfolk Southern under Trump. So, of course, they're going to donate, and they're not expecting anything at all out of this, are they? I know they're doing this simply for altruistic reasons, patriotic reasons. It isn't because they want Trump to approve their merger with another railroad. But this is the Dirty Dozen, folks. And, of course, the Adelson Family Foundation. Yeah, that kind of Dirty Dozen that's there. HP, just flipping through here at random here, and it's billionaires and Lutnick family, the Adelson family, and large corporations like Palantir who are constantly on top of this stuff. And oh, by the way, somebody put this together for AI, and this is this is not actually Alex Karp talking. But it is the voice of his book. If you read his book, if you've read his manifesto of what he wants, this is Alex Karp, even though it is AI.
Listen up, losers. Stop pretending it's a democracy. We run things. Give up the illusion, and in exchange, we will bring you order and efficiency. Yes, we'll own you. But do you really want to be free? Trust us. We know what to do. While Silicon Valley was feeding you dope and free email, we built the architecture of empire. Welcome to our world. We aren't here to protect your privacy. We are here to enforce supremacy. We are the ledger now. Every tax return, every Medicaid file, every license plate, every crossing. Your president signed it into being with a pen in March. You kept scrolling. Your politicians are empty vessels. Your civil liberties are a liability. We are done pretending all cultures are equal. We know who the elites are, we know what we are building, and we demand that you applaud the billionaires taking the reins where your fragile democracies have failed. Welcome to the technological republic. You can stop scrolling now. We already have everything we need. Try to unplug us. We dare you. Now get the f*** out.
That is one of the best summaries of Alex Karp, Palantir, the Trump administration, and this technocracy. That is spot on. Whoever did that really nailed it. And of course, this is what it's going to look like in the future. This is Black Mirror come true. This is Boston Dynamics with their constant surveillance dog, robo-dog, right? And so, yeah, this is what it's going to look like. This thing, they're setting up their robotic equipment. This is the first of the robo-police. I put these things out. You know, when you look at, remember the movie Elysium? Interesting because what it did was it hearkened to Jeff Bezos's dream. It was first put out by Gerard K. O'Neill, High Frontier, the book that came out in the 1970s. I was in engineering at the same time as well. I remember what a fascinating engineering idea it was, but they want it to escape the rest of us. And what did we get on the ground? Well, you saw that in the movie Elysium. You got the brutal robot police. Well, they don't have the bipeds working yet, but they do have the quads that are working. And these dogs are, they're about ready to let loose the dogs of technocrat war on us. That's the reality. The common man. They created Common Core to dumb down our children. They created Common Pass to track and control us. Their Commons Project to make sure the commoners own nothing. And the communist future. They see the common man as simple, unsophisticated, ordinary. But each of us has worth and dignity created in the image of God. That is what we have in common. That is what they want to take away. Their most powerful weapons are isolation, deception, intimidation. They desire to know everything about us while they hide everything from us. It's time to turn that around and expose what they want to hide. Please share the information and links you'll find at davidknightshow.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. If you can't support us financially, please keep us in your prayers. davidknightshow.com.